Welcome to Confident AF Live, taking your mindset next level to get next year's results today with me, your host, Brandon Foster. Are you a badass peep with big dreams, ready to turn your unrealistic goals into reality? Confident AF Live is the gateway to enormous new opportunities and unlimited possibilities. The unrealistic can suddenly become realistic for you if you believe it. Are you ready to take your dreams and results to the next level? Then stay tuned as we help crack open the door to new ways of impactful thinking and believing about yourself with mindset practices for badass people like you. Confident AF Live starts right now. I hope you all looked at that title today, because that title today is Fire Boo. Today we're talking about Ditch the Niche, a simple mindset approach to marketing. Now, I will be 130,000% transparent with you. I am not a marketing genius in any way, shape, or form, but I am a badass with marketing. I have gotten so much better at marketing than I ever have before. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. In fact, I was listening to an audio book about marketing to the affluent today by, I think his name is Dane Kennedy. It was recommended to my friends at Clients and Community, and I've learned so much from them too in regards to marketing. But I wanted to just there's this piece of marketing that is really annoying and makes me want to vomit. And I feel like for anybody who is a high ticket coach, it's for anybody, not just high ticket coaches or coaches in general, but I feel like people who focus on transformation sometimes have more of a challenge with this than other things of how to articulate what a niche is. So the best way that I would explain niche to people who are listening is niche is like the segment of the marketplace that you serve. And the idea of niching down is that when you become laser focused on a certain demographic, age group, people that you serve, because you're tailoring your marketing message to them and it's more specific to them, they're like, oh, they're talking directly to me. That's me they're talking to. They're the ones that help me, right? And a really silly, easy example would be, imagine like a home builder, right? And they have a marketing campaign that's specifically for gay couples, right? And it's like anybody who's not gay is like, well, that's not for me. And anybody who is gay is like, oh, they're talking to me because it's specifically gay couples, right? So there are benefits to the idea of niching for sure. And I'm not here to say that niching is not a good thing to do or that niching is a bad thing to do. Knowing who you're marketing to, having a streamlined message for those people is obviously very good, sound advice. At the same time, because think about it, like a pizza restaurant is going to talk about how they sell pizza, and do you love pizza, and do you like Italian food, and you love pizza, right? They're not going to market hot dogs because it's the wrong target market. It's not what they serve. So there is a reason to niche. What I cannot stand and what I'm so tired of is like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of worksheets and questionnaires and avatar and like, what does this person dress like, and where does this person eat, and da 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 da, and just like all these questions, and so many mastermind programs, so many gurus, so many people are like, let's do an avatar worksheet, let's do an each worksheet, and every single time it literally makes me want to vomit. I get all up wrapped up in my head. It's easy to get me overwhelmed. I overthink and I start to question everything, and I'm just like, there has to be a better way. There just has to be a better way. And I remember my husband is going through a really great speakers program right now. He just wrote his own book, because you guys know I have my book coming out, Confident AF, Unleash Your Inner Badass. My husband has a book that's just out, called It's Okay to Be an Idiot. So he's doing this speaker program. And of course, they gave him an avatar niche marketing worksheet. And he literally got so overwhelmed and so stressed. He's like, I don't know how to answer any of these questions. That's my Chandler being an impression from watching a Friends episode recently. I love Friends. And I was like, look, it's not complicated. It's not hard. We can simplify this. So I'm going to give you all very, very simple questions you can ask when it comes to who you're serving and how you get there. So the first question is, if you could serve anyone, who would you want to serve? So instead of saying, this is who I serve, this is who I serve, why don't you just start by asking yourself, if anything was possible and I could serve anyone, who would I actually want to help? Who would I actually want to serve? Because remember, the whole reason you have a business is to serve other people, to help other people. When you focus on service, money comes naturally. You're here to serve other people. So who the hell do you want to serve, boo? Like, let's not make it hard or complicated. If anything was possible, who would you want to serve? Do you want to serve dads? Do you want to serve moms? Do you want to serve the LGBTQ community? Do you want to serve faith-based business owners? Who do you want to serve? That's the first question. The second one would be, how would you provide service if anything was possible? In what way would you show up to serve if anything was possible? Because can I tell you that that's what led me to do what I do? Because I was like, people are like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I just want to encourage people. They're like, what? And it's like, I just want to encourage people. I just want them to get out of their head. I want them to take action inside their business. I want them to feel really, really good when they do it. And I want them to do things that they were afraid to do so they have different results than they've ever had before, so that their business grows in ways that never grew before. So it changes their life and changes the lives of everyone else. Like, that's what I want to do. And, going to a college counselor, going to a guidance counselor and saying, they don't come to you and go, well, if anything is possible, what would you want to do? Because they're like, oh, we got to be realistic. We got to look at what the marketplace will hold and what is sustainable and what actually pays good and what doesn't pay good and blah, blah, blah. Now it's Chandler being impersonation again, blah, 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 blah. And the truth is God loves to break the rules. God is unlimited. God is unrealistic. So if God is unrealistic, God breaks the rules, God is unlimited, and anything is possible. Now we're talking. That's how we got Apple. That's how we got iPads and iPhones. It's how we got airplanes. It's how we got cars. It's how we got all sorts of really cool things. Because there's always someone who does something first, right? So I am now living proof that you can make money by encouraging other people. And by the way, that's why I call myself the confidence coach. And I teach confident AF mindset, because confidence is knowing your capabilities and abilities. And you build confidence through taking new action, which requires courage to overcome your fears. And what is the definition of encouragement? Encouragement means to give courage to other people. So basically, my job is to help all of you amazing people outside of the world, in the world, outside of this little podcast, to overcome your fears through courage and challenging your thinking, challenging how you think to overcome your fears, challenging your paradigms, challenging all those kinds of pieces. So that's number two. And the third question that I think really simplifies this whole marketing thing, which is, what challenge or obstacle would you most love to help people overcome? What challenge or obstacle would you most love to help people overcome? So for me, I want to help people overcome fear of social media marketing. I want to help people overcome the fear of having their own business. I want to help people overcome the fear of leaving their funding source job to go all in their business. I want to help people overcome the fear of growing financially free and independent. I want to help people overcome the fear of time not being on their side. I want to help people overcome the fear of not being able to trust God and the divine and co-creation and all those pieces. Like, there's so many different things that I love, love, love to do for all of you. But it's so easy when you ask those three questions. And I don't feel like we need a 20-page avatar marketing worksheet to answer those. And I also believe that you can, it changes also over time of who you want to serve, and there's nothing wrong with it. And because I'm working on my book right now, there's a really great affirmation that was given to me by Amanda Francis, which is like, people get me and get my work. And I feel like so much of like why we struggle with marketing is because we're afraid that people won't get us, or that people won't understand us, or people won't know how we help. And when you can let go of that idea and just say, thank you, God, that everybody gets me and gets why I'm served and people get my marketing messages. It's such an easier way than struggle and sacrifice and worry and fear over your marketing messages. Now, the other thing I want to add, since we're talking about marketing, is this concept that I teach to my Born to Slay clients. And I first heard a different version of this by this incredible marketer, Ed Ray, who I listened to him a couple of different times speak at seminars. But basically what I learned from him was this idea of showcasing your expertise, your knowledge in your industry, and then showcasing how you're a normal human being like other people, like a relatability factor. And the way that I've organized this for my business and what I teach everybody that I coach is to simplify this whole idea of marketing is, number one, you really want people to believe 3 different things in order for them to work with you. Number one, they have to believe your approach works and like your approach. Number two, they have to believe you can actually help. They have to believe in your expertise, your knowledge. And then they have to believe that they can trust you, like they like you, they like who you are. And so if you look at those 3 things, they believe your approach, they believe that you can help, you have the power to help them, and they believe that you would get along or that they like you. Really what we're talking about is educating them on the value. So like your approach, your technique, your mechanism, educating them on your expertise or knowledge. I call that the flex, like, flexing your muscles on social media or through marketing. And then also the relatability factor, I call it the corn dog, which is like telling people about why you are who you are and what makes you relatable. So for me, that's Dairy Queen Blizzards, talking about friends, talking about Golden Girls, talking about being a cat daddy, talking about graduating from Texas A&M University, being a former circus clown, having a master's in screenwriting. Oh my goodness. If you are ever wondering why I am great at talking to entrepreneurs and people who have dreams, is because I very much have had a lot of different dreams, a lot of different desires. And so far, I have accomplished every single dream, and I still have more to accomplish, but I've accomplished every single one so far. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. And I don't know, I get challenges, I get fear, I get obstacles, I get how people can complicate things, and I get how we get in our own head. I just get all of that. And I want you to get out of those things and come out ahead from where I was. So let's ditch the niche and let's be simple with our mindset approach to marketing. I'll do the questions one more time so you have them. Number one, if you could serve anyone, who would you want to serve? Number two, how would you want to serve others if anything was possible? And number three, what challenge or obstacle would you most love to help people overcome if you couldn't mess it up and you couldn't screw it up and you were fully and divinely supported? I just added some more adjectives there. All right. I love you all so much. Have an incredible day. Thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for the next podcast episode, because we're going to talk about how to have an abundance of time. I think I have a more quippy title in there, but that's what we're going to talk about next. You have been listening to Confident AF Live, taking your mindset next level to get next year's results today, with host Brandon Foster on transformationtalkradio.com. Listen or watch live every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, where I help badasses like you with big dreams learn to take their impact and results next level. turning those unrealistic goals into reality. Confident AF Live is the gateway to enormous new opportunities and unlimited possibilities. For more information, get in touch with me, Brandon, at brandonrfoster.com.